Okay, we're gonna start our meeting pretty quick here, so 7:01. Boy, we've got an abundance of board
Alright.
members.
It's 6:59.
7, you got
It's
officially 7. That's the official clock right there.
All right, okay, fine.
Yeah, but I only had 3 board members earlier, and now I got everybody and all the alternates. This is the most we've ever had.
Never happened.
Yeah, we've never had this many board members.
I've never
party.
seen it happen.
Okay, so,
What's your name? Your Nick?
He's the land use
He's already
coordinator.
back.
I know, I sent me a letter, I think he did.
all right, so we're gonna start with Pledge of Allegiance.
Hats off, guys,
Even girls?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But I can have an opinion.
Okay, so,
Yep.
let's have intros. You can start, Romeo.
What?
Just introduce yourself.
Romeo Dene.
Bonnie Winona McKinnon,
Teresa Bascom.
Terry Bonzer.
Gary Anderson.
Mary Colvard.
Kevin Bassett.
And do you want to introduce Nick?
What's that?
Introduce Nick.
Oh, yeah, this is Nick, our new coordinator, land use coordinator, and
Thank you, Nick.
we thank you, Nick, for taking over. We need it. Makes it a lot easier.
And Sipato, not Italian, are you?
Afraid I am.
Nick lives in Nottingham, right, Nick? You're
Yes, sir.
Actual resident. Okay, let me read the rules. So the chairman shall call the hearing into session to read the application. Members of the board may ask questions at any point during the testimony. Each person who appears shall be required to state your name and your address and indicate your affiliation with the case. And any member of the board, through the chairman, may request any party of the case to speak a second time. Any party of the case who wants to speak, to ask a question from another party to the case must do so through the chairman. The applicant should be called to present the case, and the abutters in favor shall be allowed to speak. Those abutters opposed shall be allowed to speak. The board will hear any evidence pertaining to the case from the other parties that wish to speak. The applicant and all those in favor will be allowed to speak in rebuttal. Those in opposition shall be allowed to speak in rebuttal. The chairman shall present a summary of the facts, and the hearing shall be declared closed, and then we'll do our deliberation. Okay, so you can come up. Are you Mr. Connors?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to open this hearing. This is for, so I'm going to open the public hearing for case 25008 VA Connor on Tuckaway Shore. This application from Terrence J. Connors requesting a variance from Article 3, Section B12 of the Nottingham zoning ordinance to permit a building of a new home with a front entryway that is 42 feet from the required 50-foot setback from poorly drained soil. The front entry is 8 feet. The front entry is 8 feet into the setback. The property is located at Tuckaway Shores Road in Nottingham. It is identified as tax map 70 lots 86. Okay, so you have your application, you have your paper that you submitted to read. Oh, okay, you don't have it.
There you go.
Yeah, you just need it you'll have to read the 5 criteria. What's that?
Yep, you do.
Yeah,
You
I
do.
was thinking,
yeah, you just have to read 1 through 5, well, and 5B to, just on your application. So you're looking for
I turned it over to him.
It's not a 5, then let's clear highlight.
No, start at
no,
1.
start at 1.
It's not a 1.
Yeah, just go 1 through.
Can I get a variance for this public interest because it is not going to affect anything. I'm just looking to encroach 10 feet of the setback of the poorly drained soil by the road. If the variance was granted, the split of the ordinance would be observed because I'm not going to be able to put a covered porch on from the front of the house 20 by 8 feet. Granting the variance would do substantial justice because just to give me a little more space on the front of the house to have a porch to sit on and enjoy the nice days. If the variance is granted, the values of the surrounding properties would not be diminished. I would think it would only add value. Owning a special condition for the property that distinguishes it from properties in the area, denial for variance would result in unnecessary hardship because no fair substantial relationship exists between the general public purpose for the ordinance provision and the specific application of the provision to the property because it's such a small lot, it is really the only place to put the porch to enter the front of the house. The purpose use is reasonable because it's just a porch, not gonna be a two-season or anything.
Thank you.
Explain how, if the criteria sub-paragraphic are not established and unnecessary hardship will be denied to exist if only owning a special condition for the property that distinguishes from other properties in the area. The property cannot be reasonably used in stride conformance with the ordinance, and a variance is therefore necessary to enable reasonable use of it. Only place for a porch and entrance of the house.
Okay. Okay, anybody have questions? Yeah, no question?
If I could have the floor. So just a clerical, the front page indicates 42 feet. That implies that the porch you stated was 20 by 8.
20, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said 20 by 8.
I did, I think it's 30 by 8.
Oh, you had 20 by 8.
Yeah,
I
I
was a
must
little
have-
confused.
yeah,
Because I was wondering, you were supposed to put it on the 30 foot.
Right,
I thought,
yeah,
wow, it was
that was
only
my
20
bad.
feet,
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
So it's gonna be
Actually,
30.
no, it's actually 40, because it's 30 deep and 40 long. So it's 40 by 8, actually, my mistake.
Right, but your porch, but to encroach on the wetlands, you kind of have to be on that 30-foot end of the house, according to your plan.
No, if you look at the,
30 ends on
the sidewall,
the side of the property.
Oh, okay, you're going that side,
Yeah.
okay. But, yeah, go ahead, Kevin, did you have other questions?
Do I have the floor back?
You
Mr. Chair?
do.
Okay. So what I'm driving at is that the foundation is actually meeting this 50-foot setback, it's just not the
Correct.
porch.
and then,
Is the porch freestanding? Is there a foundation under it?
no, it's
Or is it
freestanding.
just freestanding on
It's
top of
gonna
the,
be either 4 sonotubes or
with
4,
okay? And then in number 1, this is just clerical, I think, but it says, I'm just looking to encroach 10 feet, but it's actually 8.
8,
correct?
yeah.
Okay, so just noted in the minutes that number 1, 10 should be 8, and number 2, 20 by 8 should be 40 by 8?
Yeah.
Okay,
And if you look at the drawing, where the setback line is, where it swings across the front, only really half of it is gonna be encroaching. So
understood.
see where that bump out is with the line that comes around?
Well, I,
Okay, that's all I had.
you done?
Yep.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody? I had a few questions.
Yeah, I'm not seeing, I'm not sure what side of the house this porch is going.
It's almost backwards, like.
So it's on the 50-foot setback.
This is Tuckaway Shore,
Yeah,
and beyond that front, if you look at the, where it says the poorly drained soil down the bottom, it would be right up with the foundation, where it says 50-foot setback,
yeah,
okay? So if you look at it, it'd be on my right side sitting here. I'm okay on the end, it's just where it swoops back in to the left side is where I'll be encroaching.
I see it.
So like half of it's gonna be encroaching, the other half is not.
Thank you.
Right. The only question I have, I went over and looked at the lot.
Yeah.
And I was a little confused because you have the 30-foot width of the foundation runs parallel with the driveway, right?
Yeah.
And then when you look out that other area where the garage doors, the openings are,
Those are the French doors.
that's just gonna be French doors, so it's not gonna be a garage, you're just gonna be a walkout? Yeah, cause I was puzzled, I thought, wow, how's he gonna drive in that door? But the only question I had was, the only thing that seemed weird was, when you look from the driveway through the foundation to the other 30-foot wall, you kind of see woods. But when you go over there and you look at this foundation through that wall, you almost see down to the wetlands, which seems like the foundation is turned almost. I don't know, it doesn't seem to match Peter's drawing. That's the weird part.
Yeah. I don't know,
Because when you look, I took picture, and when you stand at that foundation and you look through where you're putting the French doors,
yeah.
it seems to be turned a lot towards this wetlands,
Right.
more than it does towards the woods. So I'm not sure that, but when you stand up, when I stood down in front of the foundation, it did seem like, a good distance to the wetlands, but it was just weird the way the foundation, so I don't know.
He came out,
It was all staked and pinned.
Right, but you haven't had it certified by the,
I haven't had it certified, but he came out and pinned it right before it went the foundation.
Peter did?
Yeah.
Okay, so he did pin that, and then you dug it,
100%.
okay.
Yep.
And then he's gonna certify it?
Yep,
Okay, because it just looked,
yeah, it's an odd lot, that's why.
well, it's an odd lot, yeah, because it
It's so
does,
tight.
it doesn't show, it looks like it shouldn't be quite as square as it is, the way it runs along the road, yeah, it just looks weird. I mean, the wetlands,
I know what you're saying, 'cause I look at it too, and I say to myself, yeah, it's just odd.
The angle of the road, the angle.
yeah, well, that's what you would think,
The
you would
lake
think
and
the lot
angle
lines,
of the road,
you think the lot lines would be a little more,
Yeah.
wouldn't be 90 degrees, because it's kind of a bizarre looking.
There's also so many piles of dirt and everything everywhere too, so it's kinda hard to really get a good visual of it,
Right,
until it's all flat.
right, well, just when I stood there,
Yeah.
you could see through that front wall, and you could see the wetlands down front, and then I was a little confused I thought maybe the foundations got twisted.
Believe me, I made sure I pinned it, 'cause I don't wanna have to move the foundation.
Yeah, no, you don't wanna do that,
Especially on a third of an acre.
yeah,
Exactly.
okay, any other questions or comments, or? Okay, so nothing else, no abutters, so you're safe there. What do you have to do with the cat, what are you, are you the,
I'm doing the excavation.
Oh, you were the site guy.
work and-
Okay.
Yeah,
you're the lucky guy that dug out all those rocks?
yeah. Ledge, oh yeah, yeah, I'm the guy.
We have plenty of those around.
It looked like a challenging lot, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna close this here. Oh, you have a question, okay.
Where's the septic?
It's right
Where's the
directly
septic?
behind.
Right here, behind,
Am I missing it?
no, it's right there. It's right,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
fine.
The septic is
All right,
in
so
on
we're
the
outside
back.
the 75-foot,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, outside, yeah, it just misses the well,
TP1.
yeah, so you're good there.
thank you.
Okay,
All right, just one quick question, it's just curiosity, it has nothing to do. What is this little part here that looks like it drains water into the wet area?
Those are the foundation drains.
No.
no, the other little, you got a little culvert thing there.
Oh, yeah, so that's the poorly
So
drained,
that's-
that's the 50-foot setback.
It looks like a little lollipop with here, and then it
So,
looks like it drains into the wet area?
yeah,
Is
Oh,
that a
that's a
culvert?
culvert.
so
It's a
Must be a
culvert,
culvert,
it's a
right?
culvert, yeah.
it's been dry ever since
I have pictures.
It's been dry, I've never seen
I took these right after
the
we did,
leaves, nothing has been wet since the day I first walked there.
but I took these
And we
pictures
have
if you wanna
pictures.
see them. This was
Yeah, I'd
right
like to
after
see
that
'em.
major rain that we had. And,
We haven't had a major rain this year.
Yeah,
all
Wait till spring.
those thunderstorms we had a week and a
right,
half.
that last time
Two
we had.
days in a row there.
Yeah.
And it still didn't,
And referring to that as well too,
silt sock here, but so right here would be about where the culvert would come through.
Mhm.
And this is the area they're talking about, but this was right after the rain.
So, yeah, it's wet.
No, it's
Well-
dry as can be. There's area to drop of water.
It's dry now, but it doesn't mean it would be during.
No, I'm not saying, I'm just, you
During
know,
wet areas, times.
Pete, when I talked with Pete on it,
that's
he
not
was
rock,
like
that's not water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's,
flagging it as poorly drained.
muddy right there,
that's
And he said to me, he goes, I'm gonna
And
do
the
it
silt socks
just to
come
be
out when
safe.
you're all done?
Yeah.
He suggested that if I wanted to get rid of that, to have somebody, one of those companies come in, I don't know what they're called, he said, but it's big money. So I
I
said,
think the poorly drained is, the poorly drained is just from that road there, and
Yeah.
it's not necessarily naturally
Right.
poorly drained, it just formed there
right,
over the
I'm
years.
sure it's gonna get wet too with the culvert going in there now
Right.
too.
Is there a culvert there at the poorly drained?
No,
Not yet.
Oh, there isn't.
we're putting that in.
We have the material, we have the culvert.
You're gonna put
on-
one over to the other side of the road?
No, just
No,
down into
across
that
the
You're
area.
just gonna put
Across
a
the
culvert
driveway.
Into
in,
that area.
so you're gonna pour more water into the.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, which,
speaking, because of that, I'm uncomfortable with okaying this, not knowing for sure whether they're poorly drained. It doesn't show on your drawings even how far out your decking is going to go, number one. And I truly think that the Conservation Commission, who had a big part in protecting the poorly drained and very poorly drained soils, should have a weigh-in on this.
Aren't they notified
Were they notified?
of our meetings?
I don't believe so.
Notified of the meetings, I believe.
Were they sent to this
They
application?
were not sent this application.
Okay, so they're not aware of it.
So I mean, I also plan on,
I mean,
when I did the perimeter drains, I put in drains for gutters, so I plan on putting gutters around the whole house too, that'll drain into,
I hear you saying that,
Right,
I just don't feel, I mean, you know the size of the lot, you knew it when you bought it. You've chosen the size of your home, you're choosing to go into poorly drained soils, which the town is trying to protect. I want the weigh-in of the Conservation Commission on their opinion on this, because they know this stuff better than I do, as to whether or not, even though you're saying it's just sonar tubes, it's still taking up area of, because you're gonna be covering over soil around it that would in fact help the poorly drained soils, because it would be absorbing water rather than adding more, because you've taken away the protection of those soils. So I don't know if anybody else agrees with me on this, but if we were to vote now, my vote is going to be no, until I have more information.
So my comment to that would be, I don't know if Pete's a wetland scientist or not, but I think that's, that a wetland scientist is the one that's gonna give that information.
right, I
don't
think
think conservation.
Peter's not necessarily a wetland scientist, but he's pretty good, actually, you know, but I went over there and
This is
This-
not the
this
good
is-
tell.
this is not all that big a wetland, it is just a little,
it's a little, I mean, it's.
yeah, there's some major,
a third of
maybe
this, it's a
as
third of
big
this
as this
area.
little
Yeah,
area
yeah.
with cat and nine tails there, but I'm not, you know.
No, there's none of
big,
that,
but-
yeah.
But the rest of it isn't that much. Right. And it's mainly there because that you got Tuckaway Shore Road goes by, the water gets trapped there. If they had a culvert in there
Correct.
and it went over to the other side of the road, you probably wouldn't even have a wetland.
Right.
But they don't, and it's been delineated as such.
Right, no, I agree.
And it's just an overhang.
Is there any way I can make a comment though, like on that? Like,
What was that?
any chance I can make a
Oh,
comment?
sure,
on-
no, yeah, I would
Yeah,
close
just
it.
with the amount of ledge that we had hit in doing the putting the foundation in, there wasn't a lot of water that ran through even that. you know, sometimes you get soft ledge where you can see moisture, color content, you know what I mean?
Right, I do.
So I'm just stating that being said, that I don't believe, I understand what you're saying, but I just would like you to understand that moving forward, that if,
There is that other, when you buy that wetlands, there's that other law, I mean, that house is, you think that's 50 feet from, I didn't really look,
yeah.
but it's not all that, I mean, it's fairly close to your wetlands, right? The house,
No, there's one way to the right, and then there's one way to the left. Across the street you're talking about?
no,
couple
as you
hundred,
go down on your side of the road,
Oh, and you go down to the right?
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
probably
there was some kind of garage or
It's a
something.
garage
water,
there.
yeah.
It's a
It wasn't
garage.
too
His
far
house
away.
is up on top of the hill.
350 feet, so that's the other point I just wanted to bring up. The wetlands are to the left side of the lot. If you're facing his lot, the wetlands are down to the left, so everything's gonna drain down, not across the street, not towards the pond.
I'm concerned about,
I know, I just want you, I'm just
Okay.
making sure you understand the location. From this point here, we're talking 152, 175 feet, and it's on
This side.
his side of Tuckaway Shore Road, which is wetlands that wraps around from out back. That's where we're drained to.
Okay.
It doesn't cross the street and go towards the lake. I wanted you to be,
thank you.
yeah.
So basically, does this lot slant down like that?
Yeah, see,
Very little picture, but it's to
Yeah.
the left.
And so,
that's
the drain is going to pitch down and feed
and-
into
and
that
the
wet
runoff will
area.
run off through
Into the wetlands.
into the existing wetlands that are substantially lower than where we are. It's, it's an established wetlands that's been there forever, that,
Right.
it's gonna just lead itself down that way. It's not crossing the road
Mhm.
or going to the lake.
Right, so there's no culvert there or anything, so
No.
obviously that wetlands
So I'm
absorbs the water.
I'm
because
almost wondering,
There's quite a bit of runoff into that little wetlands,
Yeah.
correct,
not all from your lot,
Correct.
It comes down the hill.
but, so I mean, it must
I'm
absorb it
almost
fairly
wondering
well,
if you-
but
you know,
it's not a very big wetland.
yeah.
Okay, do we have any other questions? I'm gonna close our hearing finally. Okay, so I'm gonna close the hearing and we'll discuss it and.
I think I maintain my point that you know the size of the lot, you know what's on your lot, you choose the size of house, and then you're asking us to give way to areas we're trying to protect. And it's always these setbacks against the poorly drained soils or the neighbor's yard or whatever. It's like, you know the size of your lot. Your house should fit in the areas that you have there. Not be asking us to waiver, especially the protected areas we're trying to protect. It would be different to me if it was a pre-existing home with a lot, a porch, and you're rebuilding because it's falling apart, and these are now poorly drained, but you had one there before. You're looking, can we go there again? I don't know. If we're not gonna be protecting the poorly drained soils, then why have it in the ordinance? That's my point.
Is there a way to modify the porch? Because I see that on the one end, it doesn't encroach.
Am I allowed to speak?
Yeah, I think so. I don't
know
know.
if- I
Ask the
don't know if it's
boss
close to
over
you
there.
guys.
I don't know.
Oh, the thing is-
The deal is this, that you can see, that you brought it up,
Yep.
that At the one end, I'll call it the end away from whatever. Anyways, the one end, it doesn't look like it extends so far into this protected area. The other end is where you've got the issue. Is there a way you could modify the porch so that it has less impact?
Well, I think this would make the house look funny, I guess. I think that's the reason why I'm here. I'm here for hardship. I can't go any closer to the right. I can't go to
No.
the. I'm
Not
not here
allowed
for
to
hardship?
speak? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
can't speak?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just looking at this as, I mean, a setback on the non-conforming for the septic is what, 10 feet now, I think, on non-conforming?
It's in here.
I think that's what it is.
Not on septic, I don't know.
I think they moved it back. Because it looks like,
I think that's the state,
yeah, it's the same
and I
as
think
the
we've
state.
adopted it.
Yeah. Because Peter's got it 20
Not
feet,
conforming at 10.
Peter's got it 20 feet from the line, so I mean, septic could come back, but I mean, the house is where it is now anyway, so that wouldn't do any good because the foundation's already there, so.
Which to some extent makes it pre-existing prior to this, prior to this request. So
Well,
it's a thin line, but it is there.
it's not, I wouldn't call it pre-existing.
Not conforming, not pre-existing to the
Prior to that
regulation.
request
Because
is-
the building permit says foundation only. so
That's why,
it doesn't-
so that's in, then he's
Yeah, I
asking
know,
for a
but
waiver, so
that's-
it's pre-existing.
But not for a deck. If you were looking
Well,
for an
it-
entrance to
it's
get
a
into
thin
your
line.
home, that's
It's
a
a thin
total
line.
different thing. And you're not gonna go the 20 feet or 10 feet or 20 feet, whatever it is that for an entrance into your house.
It's 8 feet wide. It just runs the whole length of the house.
Right. But what I'm saying is, there's a difference between, I need to be able to get into my house and having 3 steps that go in versus asking for a deck that spreads the entire way and out into poorly drained soils. There just is.
Am I allowed to speak at all anymore?
It's the,
3 or 4 steps was almost still encroached, so.
but it's not gonna go in the 8 or 10 feet or whatever it is he's asking for. I'm confused on the numbers now, but
So by the time you,
10 feet.
by the time you make steps, you
Mr.
take a
Chairman,
right-hand
can I
turn,
ask
you
the
gotta have a
applicant
flat
a
landing.
40 by
question?
8.
It's 4 feet into the house. It's gonna be somewhere near 6 to 8 feet wide. So,
Okay, so I closed the hearing, so, Gary does have a question, so I can I'll open it
Yes,
again.
yes.
I'll open the hearing again, just so we can have some more, because we seemed like we had ended with questions, and now we have more questions.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the hearing back up so that we can discuss stuff with the applicant.
And then you'll be able to speak again.
Thank you.
Okay.
So my question to the applicant is, where this proposed deck is, where is the proposed access to that?
It would be right in the middle of the front of the house.
So on also the wetland side?
No, in the front, well, the poorly drained soil is correct.
Okay, so
That's
on
the roadside.
On the roadside, so it's actually on the end of the deck?
No,
Right in the center of the house,
right in the
in line
center,
with
right in the center of the foundation.
Tuckaway Shores Drive. On that 40-foot side of the house,
Okay.
Now,
right in the center of the house.
So that will also protrude further into the wetland, or the poorly drained.
Correct.
Yeah. We would have used non-pervious stone for a paver walkway.
Like, I'm not building a deck, it's just gonna be
Yeah.
pervious pavers or whatever. And like I said, I have gutters going in that are wrapping into the foundation, which is gonna take all that water away from coming off the house and on the ground there.
yeah, I saw you had drains coming up on all
Yeah.
four corners, so, yeah.
So it's actually not a.
It's not a deck, I'm not building a deck off the front of the house,
It's
it's
a
just
patio.
patio, pavers. It's just the overhang, it's the look I'm looking for the
I
house.
thought you were putting a covered porch.
It is,
But it's a covered, so it's not a closed porch.
no, it's just an overhang.
Oh, the overhang is over.
It's not at all what this says. It says covered porch.
Yeah, it said covered porch, so I assumed it was covered.
Well, I made a mistake. I have a picture of it here if you wanna see it. It's just,
And it says 20 by 8
I know,
for the covered porch.
I made a mistake. They got me on this agenda at the last minute. Like,
Kind of over the last minute, actually.
it was, because what
Right,
happened
and
was,
we didn't.
what happened was, me and Dale discussed it, and Dale kept telling me there was no problem putting that on there, because Pete couldn't decipher, they were going back and forth on the 50-foot setback. Dale didn't understand it. Pete couldn't explain it and didn't put it on the plan properly, I guess. So it was just a mess. So then he said, I'll get you in for the meeting. So one of those if you look at that, I'm not putting one on the backside, it's just on the front.
Okay,
If you wanna show it, that's the front of the house there. All it is an overhang. I'm not screening it in, I'm not closing it in, it's just an overhang with previous pavers underneath it. And like I said, gutters.
So it's a roof with columns.
Yep.
Right,
Four
it's-
So all the water, no water is gonna go off the roof into the
No,
wetland.
it's gonna go into
run
the,
into
one of
your
the
drains,
drains, and if any rolls off into it, it's gonna go into the previous pavers, it will.
right? Yeah, that wasn't clear, because I
I
thought
know.
when you
Like I said,
said
he-
covered, I assumed it was a
he went-
porch with
yeah.
a deck with windows, and you were gonna sit, or screened in, or
It was
something.
like a Chinese fire drill for me to get this all in, and as you can see my handwriting, I'm terrible at it. I've always had people to do this stuff for me and fill out this stuff, and I was sitting in the corner over there trying to do it, and I think that's why,
Now, did you
but just remember.
bought this from, did these people, I mean, you had input into the septic and what you were gonna put there,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
So this wasn't something the owners had Peter draw up, you
I did them all. yeah.
did all that,
And
okay?
like I said, I can't go to the right without a variance, I can't go to the left without a variance, but there's really no room to go there anyways. And then as soon as you walk out the back door, you have your septic tank, and then you have your big leach field, so there's really nowhere I can put a
Any
place,
outdoor
you know?
living space,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, I knew what I was buying.
I'm thinking, Peter, I mean, you could say maybe you could have moved back more, but maybe not, because I don't know what the circumstance, he's got some contour lines there swinging around, so maybe he couldn't push back too much further than the 20 foot from the line.
Correct.
Because if he could have pushed back, to 10, then you could have brought the house back a
Right.
little more.
And he said he couldn't, because I discussed that with him.
Right, yeah, I'm sure Peter knew what he was doing, so.
we don't have plans. Just Terry does. Terry.
Okay, do we have any more questions before I close the hearing?
We don't have these plans.
What's that?
We don't have this.
Oh, I downloaded that online, so you
Oh, you did your own.
can have it.
I can't see.
That's just a septic plan. I couldn't get it to print, every time I tried to print it the wide, it would print little. And then I moved it the other way and it even printed littler. It wouldn't do a landscape for some reason, I don't know why.
If you get plans, can you send them to us, because they would be very helpful.
I sent you the plans that he gave me. Those
Just
septic,
these?
yes, those septic plans were not.
Okay.
This one in.
Right, I wanted to see what the septic plan looked like.
That looks more.
Because
I have
it
that
gave-
right here if you want
it
to see
gave you
it.
a little more idea.
Yeah.
See it?
No, we're good now, but.
Yeah, if you wanna see the big one?
Hopefully I have it.
You can see the big one if you want.
I think you really changed everything that we were thinking about. The building. I'm glad you were allowed to speak up.
Okay, are we all done?
Are you
All
done?
done?
Promise.
Okay, promise, put your hands up, promise. We won't talk anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna close the hearing, and then we'll discuss it and, okay, well, that was clear, I mean, that was good that we ended up figuring out it wasn't a closed-in porch, and it was just an overhang, so. And you're gonna have there's gonna be gutters, they're gonna run back to the, he does have drains coming up the side of the house on all four corners, so. And the drain runs off on the, he just got the drain running off on out of the corner of the house.
So you want a motion?
Something.
All right, Mr. Chair. Considering the,
I would say, I would add in, depending on what your motion, but at least to certify the foundation too. I don't know if that's, makes,
the
whatever.
application,
Yeah, make sure the foundation's certified, to make sure it's in the right location.
but the only thing before us is this,
Right, but as part of our motion, we can put other stuff in there.
okay.
I mean, they said Peter pinned it, which makes me feel better, but it just looked kind of odd to me.
Well, I'm
And
pretty sure Dale.
Yeah, I think
requires
Dale,
that
yeah, I
certification.
think Dale will.
All right, Mr. Chair, considering the follow-up discussion that we had, I'm okay with not having this go through the Conservation Commission. It's not a full porch. There's still going to be area underneath it. But I'm concerned a little bit because the application indicates a porch.
Front entryway.
If you read through, Kevin, the supporting information, it says a covered porch on the front of the house on page 2 of it, in number 2.
That's just revision number 3, that's all it is.
Okay, but what I'm gonna say is, so I'm going to make sure that in the motion that it states that it's just a overhang
The front entryway.
under.
I assume, he was close.
Pardon me?
I was gonna say, I assume the stairs are coming in from, that's where your entrance is.
And it's, the pavers aren't permeable, right?
Yes.
Right. So I move that we accept the application for case number 25008 for Terrence J. Connor, not as written,
As amended.
but as amended to include a certified foundation and a front overhang with permeable pavers. And
You want to state a size, 8 by 40?
what is it, 8 by 40?
Yes.
8 by 40.
40 by 8.
Don't confuse them.
With proper drainage, right?
40 by 8, you'll be 10 feet from the wetlands, yeah. Okay.
Second.
All right. Okay, we have a motion and a second by Gary. Okay, you want me to,
You can, if you want to read my chicken scratch.
okay. First, a motion to approve the variance. But it has to have a certified foundation. This is for a front overhang with permeable pavers, 8 by 40. It's gonna have proper drainage. It's gonna have, gutters. And so that's our motion. In a second, all those in favor?
Yeah. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Nobody opposed, so
2,
nobody.
3, 4, 5. It's
5, okay, it's 5 to
5-0.
nothing, so you got 30 days to, I think you're safe with the 30 days.
Thank you very much.
It'll be a while. You want this back? Or do you want this in the file? You want this, do you have this in the file?
I'll scan it real quick.
Okay. Just so it shows what we approved.
In the future, be careful what you write.
Yeah,
You were under pressure.
I was completely unimpressed. I'm like, what's going on here? I went from having all set to pull a permit to this, and I'm like, But he was nice enough to squeeze me in.
Yeah, but I bet you this pressure was a little more.
I know, because I came,
And I don't need any more pressure in my life.
None of us do.
I came in and I said to Nick, wow, we don't have any hearings today. He said, oh, I was wondering.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
let me see the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I'm gonna bow
Okay,
out. I
Kevin,
was
thank
not
you for
here at the
coming.
last minute, so I will
Well, I thank you all for coming, actually, it was very good.
pass on
Enjoy.
those approval. And we'll see you
Maybe not next
on
month,
the rebound.
because he says there's nothing so far.
Nothing so far? When's our dates? Another few
Friday?
months?
The next Friday, the 26th.
Yeah, because this last one, I didn't think we were gonna have a case, but then it
I didn't either. It was, yeah.
slipped under the wire. Okay, we're gonna, let's see, we have other business, nothing, approval
Oh, minutes.
of minutes for 7/15/2025. A long time ago.
Yes, it was. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve minutes for July 15th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve in a second for the minutes of 7/15/2025. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. You didn't vote, eh?
I didn't vote.
No.
I mean, no, but I was there.
Right, you were
Looked
there.
good to me.
Okay, good.
Okay. We have any updates by anybody? Anybody take anything?
Nope.
I'm taking a course Thursday. It's a 12 to 1:30, learn about all the changes in zoning and building and planning.
Oh, good.
Good.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna retain it.
That's okay, but at least you're taking it, so maybe,
We're hoping to hear what you learned.
yeah, you can, would you, if we do not have a case next month, would you be willing to maybe give something to Nick that he can send out to all of us?
Yeah, and I guess if I attend, I have access to a recording afterward. And so maybe I can provide access to that recording to anybody who's interested. I don't know why not.
I don't,
I don't know if that works or not.
Who does it? NHMA?
I forget if it's regional planning or who. There are
Is it in
two
Concord?
agencies that I get these courses from.
Is it in Concord?
Is it what?
In Concord, or do you do it at your computer?
At my computer.
Okay.
If you do get the recording, send it to me and then I'll put it out to everyone. That way we don't get into 91A stuff.
Okay.
right. Yeah, depending on who it's from, they may not let you share it with people other than yourself. It's
Just
because,
the attendees.
right,
Okay.
they may not,
Okay.
but check
I'll
that
check it
out
out.
first, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely don't wanna get the town in
Well,
trouble.
because they say that if you attend, then you have access to the recording and you can watch it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a party at Mary's house and listen to
I'll
the
have
recording.
popcorn. No, it should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot that
A
has
lot
come
of changes.
forward this year, a lot. That's why I'm wondering, what it all is and if you'd share it with us, because I don't get online to look at all of those changes. There's just too many.
We had a lot of discussions at the joint board meeting with the planning board, and that was good. I mean, we ended
That
up,
was a good meeting.
finding out a lot of stuff
Yeah, I
that had
couldn't
changed
believe
and
that.
what had, that was interesting. So,
Interesting how much is actually already law. And we're not really
Right, well,
there.
one of the things I thought when they changed that ADU to 900 square feet, I thought, that we had to go to 900, but actually you could go down to 750 to 900. So we're at 750, so we're not in violation, but we're at the bottom of the
You
size.
can't, I thought you couldn't be less restrictive than the state.
No, the state, the way they wrote it, it was like you
Can't
could
be
have
more.
down to 750
More
or up
restrictive,
to
oh,
900.
it's more restrictive.
However, it was
okay.
explained that if somebody were to come in wanting a 900 square foot ADU,
Right,
it would mean just coming for variance
Right,
because we're
750.
accepting 750.
okay.
This is, Business and Economic Affairs that is sponsoring the course. So
And
I'll
this-
let you know.
And now there's, detached, so that's, I mean, that's something we had.
That's a big change.
Yeah, we had quite a few actually, that would be,
It sounds like a lot of things happening in Concord, though, are going to affect a lot of what we do as a board and making it so the town doesn't have as much say in what goes on in the town.
Although I think the real impact is gonna be on the planning board, because they're gonna get the first, well, they're gonna have to make the changes in some of these ordinances, our existing ordinances to catch up.
A lot of work to do. I suspect they do that though, because the towns have restricted a lot of what you can do to such a degree that they feel it's impacting the housing crisis. And they're trying to alleviate that.
Okay, so then you go with,
So it's taking it away from the towns, but the towns are the ones who basically misbehaved, if you can call
Is it
it.
locked out?
well, I think a town should be able to
Choose.
protect its assets, though.
I left my phone.
oh.
Oh, definitely
I
don't
thought
wanna
you
do
were
that.
coming back for another variant.
That's enough.
Can't live without it.
Hmm.
I think the town can decide what different areas are zoned, but I think what's going to happen is what happens within those various zones will change based on these changes.
I've wondered all along, though, with everything that gets put into conservation, if it's gonna stay that way. Just because.
That's not zoning though. So I don't think that will be as impacted, at least by these new laws.
No, not so much the new laws, but you mentioned the housing crisis. When all of the land that's available is used up, what do we do? Say, go to Maine, there's a lot of land up there. I mean, what do you do?
They don't want you.
No, they don't want
My mother was
me.
from
No
Maine.
land in
I
Maine.
was born in Kittery, I have a right to be there.
Well, the thing about these detached ADUs, I've mentioned when I was on planning, they're out there anyway, so maybe this is a way for them to be legal. That's just my thought.
So you think they're out there anyway? Because
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to do one. I don't even need to come for a variance, do I? In my
Yeah,
studio.
because you don't have 900, you don't have,
No, there's
You
only
only have
300 feet. I have
50.
to add on to it to
Yeah,
make it
no.
a reasonable place. I'd have to do that though, because I'm not in the setbacks. That's an old agricultural building. It would be too close to the road and probably too close to my sideline.
Still have to,
the
Dale
other-
will tell you, still have to meet
The other,
the building requirements.
and the other setbacks,
I don't think I do.
then that would be a problem. I don't think there's anything else, is there? Did you have anything for us?
My only question, well, one, I'll introduce myself for those who don't know me yet. My name's Nick Principato. I'm excited to be here. I've lived in Nottingham my whole life, getting to work in my hometown. It's pretty cool. I'm a student at UNH right now, political science major. I've got a semester left, and I'm able to do this while I'm in school. If you guys have any questions, reach out. I'm always happy to help if I can. Sometimes you guys know more than I do. Just the name of the game right now. I'm learning a lot. And that's what I got. My second thing, which I believe you guys are probably gonna want me here, but I was gonna ask if you guys want me to attend these meetings. Because technically in my job description, I don't have to, but if you guys want me to come, I'm happy to be here, learn more. Up to you guys. I'll do what you say.
I would just like to say that having been on the board for many years, we do better when we have somebody here than when we don't. So I'd like you to come.
Okay.
That's just me.
And I told him that earlier too. It's a help, and when we have questions like we did during this
Right.
case, it makes a difference.
Hey, Nick, do this, will you? That's what
Unless you have a big exam the next day.
Right,
I appreciate that.
yep, yes, exactly.
yeah, because tonight you would say, oh, just one simple case, but there was a lot there.
Leave it to me to make it not.
Because, well, no, it was, I mean, you had to get this and that, and it's nice to have, because sometimes you're missing stuff, or you have questions, or you want something, and we don't have real access to it, so.
Well, it was really interesting, the transition from a porch, which
Right.
has one connotation, to a cover with permeable underment, whatever you wanna call
Impermeable,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
Yeah.
all it takes is one question that
yeah, and there it
changes
is.
everything.
Yeah, that wasn't clear on the application, that was part of the trouble.
And that may be another thing with, when you're, because technically, your job is really just to receive them, not to review them.
Right.
Our job here would be to ask all those questions, so that's not on you to look it over and go, did you really mean to say covered porch?
Right.
Because I know that's not what you're going for, but you're not supposed to.
Right,
The other
yeah.
thing,
do that.
he should have actually drawn the thing on the plan, because
Yeah.
that would have helped.
It wouldn't.
So you could see, because, we don't have a scale, I mean, he said it could, it's, on that end, it's not gonna be a problem, so, but I couldn't tell if that was 8 feet or not. so.
I completely agree with you. Future
Yeah, so he-
applications, they will have better plans.
Yeah, would have,
And that's.
but I think
really
he
on
was
them.
in a, he went in and all of a sudden this all comes up and it was like, so.
Yeah, not only was he one day behind the deadline, but his application came in on my first day.
Yeah, I know, it.
So it was a wombo combo there.
You didn't wanna look mean.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm new.
So nothing else?
Yeah.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
All
Okay,
right.
we have a motion to adjourn in second,
Aye.
and all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.